Welcome to FE Study Buddy Shorts, where we aim to solve an FE problem in 3 minutes or less. Try pausing now and attempting the problem yourself before continuing. We have a statics problem where we are asked to find both the magnitude and direction of the resultant vector for these 3 vector forces. Search resultant in the FE handbook to find the applicable section. To start, break down our 3 vectors into their x and y components. For our first vector, we have 15 in our y direction and 25 in our x direction. For our second vector, in the y direction, we are opposite our angle, so we have 30 sine of 30 degrees. And in our x direction, we have negative 30 cosine of 30 degrees. And for our final vector, in our y direction, we have negative 40, and we are adjacent to our angle, so that would be cosine of 15 degrees. And our x component is negative 40 sine of 15 degrees. To find the magnitude of our resultant, we'll start by finding the sum of the x components for all 3 vectors. Sum of forces in the x is equal to 25 newtons from our first vector, minus 30 cosine of 30 from our second vector, minus 40 sine of 15 from our third vector. We get negative 11.33 newtons. Next, we'll do the sum of our y components. From our first vector, we have positive 15 newtons. Our second vector, we have positive 30 sine of 30. And our third vector, we have minus 40 cosine of 15. That gives us a y component of negative 8.64 newtons. Using the distance formula, we can find the magnitude of the resultant by taking the square root of the x and y components squared. So we have the square root of negative 11.3 squared plus negative 8.6 squared, giving us a magnitude of 14.3 newtons. This means that we can eliminate 2 options, option C and option A. Next, using the resultant direction equation from the handbook, we'll take the inverse tangent of the x components over the y components. So we have tangent inverse of 8.64 divided by negative 11.33, giving us a theta of 37 degrees. But anytime you have a negative x or y component, you need to check which quadrant your resultant is. So we have quadrant 1, 2, 3, and 4. And our x component was negative 11, and our y component was negative 8, putting us in quadrant 3. Our answer is 37, which means we need to add 180 degrees to get our correct answer. So that means our theta will be 37 degrees plus 180 degrees for a final answer of 217, or answer D. Thanks for watching. See you on the next video.